Hello. In the traditional motion picture story, the villains are usually defeated. The ending is a happy one. I can make no such promise for the picture you're about to watch. The story isn't over. You and the audience are part of the conflict.
More human beings were slaughtered in the 20th century than in all previous centuries combined.
We're talking a congressional record, 135 million dead.
Their entire purpose was to detach our culture from any moral anchors whatsoever.
You look at the changes in America since 1960, perhaps. The whole culture's been transformed.
They're coming out of the belief that the village should raise the child. And the village means the government.
They have deliberately destroyed the American family, understanding that's the foundational block that builds a society.
We've come from Norman Rockwell's America to Hugh Hefner's America.
If we lose the Judeo-Christian framework, we're lost forever.
As insidious influence. Does it involve bribery? And does it involve some sort of psychological domination of individuals?
But what does a new world order mean for countries like ours?
A new world order?
No world order that elevates one nation or group of people over another will succeed.
It's a phrase that I often use myself, that we needed a new world order.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
The whole concept of New World Order is something else. It really says that the state is God.
You take the roots of that organization and you find out that they created in all of the British dependencies what they call round table groups. Then around those little round table groups they created front groups.
We're getting to two levels of government here. One level of government where we have checks and balances, and a higher level of COG government where the constitutional authorities are not allowed to go.
Back then, it wasn't politically wise to be aligned with what his party's right wing considered a shadow world government.
The New World Order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
This is the third leg of the New World Order.
That's why it's important. The people running this country are determined to destroy it.
What you have just seen are not mere compilations of speeches from these people. These are the things that American leaders are now trying to accomplish: the New World Order and communism. One has already killed millions of people and the other is trying to kill millions more. As Henry David Thoreau said, there are 1,000 hacking at the branches of evil to one who is striking the root. We need to find the root of these ideas. The source of communism, socialism, abortion, and New World Order is evolution. Is it science or religion? Take a look at this.
Science in a dictionary is defined as knowledge that is gained through observation or study. Things that we can know because we can see it, we can test it, and we can demonstrate it. Well, then I got a question. Is evolution actually part of science? Let's dig in and find out. Check it out. First of all, we've got cosmic evolution. That would be the origin of time, space, and matter, referring to the Big Bang. Well, if science is things that we can see, test, and demonstrate, let's find out. Can we see, test, or demonstrate the Big Bang? No, we can't, can we? Now, you're welcome to believe in the Big Bang, but you got to understand, that is not part of science, because you can't see, test, or demonstrate it. How about this one? Chemical evolution. According to chemical evolution, all the elements that we have today evolved from just hydrogen and helium. You guys remember the periodic table of elements, right? How many of you in school had to memorize the periodic table of elements? Had to do that? How many of you forgot it 5 minutes after you took the quiz? Yep, just like me. Okay, me too. Okay. But you got this periodic table of elements. They say all those elements evolved from hydrogen and helium. Well, you're welcome to believe that that took place, but you can't know that. You can't see, test, or demonstrate that. So really, chemical evolution is not part of science. Welcome to believe in it, but don't call it science. How about stellar and planetary evolution? How all the stars and the planets formed? Let me ask you something. Do we ever see stars forming? No, we don't. Organic evolution. The origin of life from non-life. Do we ever see that happen? Have we ever seen something that is not alive actually come alive? You're like, yeah, in my refrigerator. No. That doesn't count, okay? I'm talking really a rock evolving into life. No, we've never seen that. Never tested. Actually, we've tried to test it. We've tried to demonstrate it. But science has come up with nothing. That does not belong on the science table. That is not part of science. The idea of life coming from non-life is a religious worldview called macroevolution. Macroevolution would be changing from one kind of animal into another kind of animal. We've all seen this little diagram. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, humans evolved from the monkeys. But we see these kind of things. Do we ever see macroevolution actually taking place? No. Now it's possible that the dog, the wolf, the coyote had a common ancestor. But I guarantee you it wasn't a banana. Okay? We don't see macroevolution taking place.
When faced with a sophistry that the world offers, such as evolution equals to science or any other things, think before you make your decision of whether it is a sophistry or not. First, define the key words in the statement. Define words such as evolution or science. Next, ask more questions about the statement. Actually, think about the converse of the statement and see whether it makes sense or not. Then you can decide whether it's a truth or a twisted truth that's becoming a sophistry. A way that you can practice your skill of knowing whether something is a sophistry or not is by reading the Bible. The scripture can lead you to the truth. According to 2 Timothy 3:16, scripture is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. The scripture can lead you and can help you to develop your skill of knowing what's true and what's not. Americans, it's time for you to humble yourselves and turn to God.
We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest, I don't want you to riot, I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it, my life has value.